So I'm going to rewrite this equation again. So if um, x equal to r cosine theta, it's coming from the normal equation situation is coming from cosine theta is equal to r over x, sine theta equal to r over y, and y equal to r. Oh no, sorry, I did it wrong. Did I? X over r. Okay, that was messed up. So x over r, and this is y over r, and this is r sine theta. And basically it's from a right triangle. And this triangle has r, y, and x data. So basically just from a SOHCAHTOA. Second thing is x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. The last thing is tangent theta is equal to y over x. So basically I'm going to utilize all this equation to convert one thing to the other thing. The first objective is to convert polar coordinate to rectangular coordinate. Okay, polar coordinate to rectangular coordinate. So let's just say if I have 3 and 2 pi over 3, something like this. All I gotta do is apply this equation because this one is polar to rectangular. Oh, also rectangular also has another name. It's called Cartesian coordinates. You guys should know that. Okay, so how do I change this? Or how do I change this to rectangular? Basically, just plug in the formula, which is 3 cosine of 2 pi over 3. Is that okay? And y is equal to 3 sine of 2 pi over 3. And that's going to be 3 times negative half. So it'll be negative 3 over 2. This 3 times square root 3 over 2. So it'll be 3 root 3 over 2. So that is your rectangular coordinate, negative root 3 over 2 and 3 root 3 over 2. Jerry, are you still awake? Okay, so this is all fairly easy. So you can convert from polar to rectangular. Now, how do you convert from rectangular back to polar? How do I do the other way?
Solve the beta.
Yeah, but before that, we're gonna have to solve for r first. So negative 3 over 2 square plus 3 root 3 over 2 square equal to r square. This one's gonna give you 9 over 4, I think, plus 9 times 3 is 27, I think, over 4 equal to r square. So it'll be 36 over 4 equal to r square. R is equal to 3, I think. Which just match, right? Tangent of theta is equal to y over, so 3 root 3 over 2 all over negative 3 root 2. So that's going to be 3 root 3 over 2 times 2 over negative 3. Simplify, simplify. That's going to be negative root 3 tangent theta. Theta is equal to what? Two pi over 3. Yeah, but the thing is, you know it's 2 pi over 3, but you can also equal to 5 pi over 3, right? So which one would you pick? Well, we know that this is in the second quadrant. So all the time you draw it out, 2 pi over 3 is something like right here. And third circle, 1, 2, 3. So this part. So we know it's that second quadrant. So theta has to be 2 pi over 3 and not 5 pi over 3 because we would be wrong quadrant. Now it can be 5 pi over 3 if you have negative r, which is negative 3, rather than positive 3. So this one is going to be 3, 2 pi over 3. And that's going to give me the same answer. Got it? Okay, I want you convert 1, negative root 3. I want you convert to polar. So to polar, coordinate, and back to rectangular. But make sure you draw it out first, that way you can decide the angle more appropriately. You can assign the angle better. So this is fairly easy, it's not too hard. 150. Sure, you done? Don't do that.
And Junior Raj had his calculator in the wrong thing. He got the whole test wrong.
This is what's gonna happen on your test, so I might as penalize you now than later. But that way you know not to mix this shit up.
Yeah.
You guys finish? AP exams are really easy. All you gotta do is beat the rubric. You'll be fine. They're not hard, but you do need to follow their spec. Because that's easier than my test, I feel like. The only thing that's slightly more difficult, I think, for AP exam are the you're not able to expect what's on the test. So you're gonna have to figure out on the spot. But I would say AP is a lot weaker now. It's gonna get even worse once they implement an AP pre-calc because all the student cannot do simple algebra after that AP pre-calc. It's gonna be worse.
Yeah.
Come on, you don't know what's. Oof. Are you serious?
Alright, there's one.
It's 5, 5, and 3.
Yeah, I think no, we're 2 5.
Yeah, so you had to draw it out first. For me, I always draw it out. 1, negative. This is the thing, so I'm gonna choose 5 pi over 3 over 2 pi over 3. And then I got 2 and 5 pi over 3. And that would give me the right answer. But if I want to convert back, so it's just gonna be x equal to 2 cosine of 5 pi over 3. That's equal to 2 cosine of 5 pi over 3 is 1/2. So that's equal to 1. Y equal to 2 sine of 5 pi over 3. That's equal to 2 root 3 over 2. This is negative, so it'll be 1 negative root 3. So you know how to convert from one coordinate to the other coordinate. Now I want you to convert the equation. Okay, equation. So this is like a pre-calc, like 3-day lesson shrink it down to 1. So usually I'll probably spend 3 days, but with you guys, I'm gonna spend like 1 day to talk about pre-calc stuff, and then we're gonna talk about calculus stuff. Is that okay?
Do we have a choice?
No. Okay. X plus y is equal to 5. Or x minus 1 squared plus y squared is equal to 1. So I want to convert rectangular to polar and rectangular to polar. So you want to convert rectangular equation to polar equation. So this is a rectangular
Should
equation.
you sub in like theta and then
Subbing what? Tell me what to sub in.
x would be r cosine theta and y would be sine cosine theta. Or sorry, r sine theta.
R sine theta, right? This is R. So R sine theta.
You have to isolate theta.
You have to isolate R. Yeah. And R is equal to 5 over cosine theta plus sine theta. So this is actually a straight line. If you type in a polar equation, this is gonna be y equal to negative x plus 5. So try it. So I can say R equal to 5 over, I think sine theta plus cosine theta, right? Sine. What's theta? What's theta? Theta right here? Plus cosine theta. See? Straight line. But it's a really weird representation.
Yeah.
Because we never seen R equal to 5 over sine theta plus cosine theta. So this is a representation of a straight line.
That's y equals negative x plus 5.
So at this particular case, x minus 1 to the square plus y squared equal to 1. What kind of representation is it? What kind of shape is this? No, not oval. Circle. If it's oval, it's gonna be like this one's over 4, this is over 9. So this means going x directions 2, going y directions 3. So that will be oval. And especially that you go to 1.
I didn't get it. I just like that with the pen. I didn't get it.
It's okay.
Didn't get it. It just looks weird. I didn't get it.
It's stronger preference.
He actually doesn't use pencil, he uses pen. Well, you use a pen to take a test, right? Because I never grade a pencil from you.
If it's a multiple choice test, then I'll do the pencil. Yeah. But anything.
How about AP exam?
Well, AP exam is multiple choice, right?
We have to use pencil.
Oh yeah, I'll bring pencils and pens. I'll do pencil for multiple choice and pen for FRQ.
You don't have to do pen in FRQ, but you can.
Also, I found my pen that got discontinued. I had a box, like I had another box of that sitting on my desk. I forgot about it.
How much do you have left? And is
Yeah,
that
but now I'm conflicted now because I kind of like the shoe pen better. But like I don't know.
It's like finding a new girlfriend, and they're like,
Oh.
and they're like,
I don't know about that. Oh my God. I mean,
do you go back?
they made a movie about that. Right? What's new?
That's a conflict, right?
That is definitely a conflict.
Okay, so we're gonna replace this x with what? Or what? Yeah, but this one's kind of tricky though. -1 squared plus r sine theta squared equal to 1, right? You had to expand this. So if you expand it, just foiling, so it'll be r squared cosine squared theta minus 2r cosine theta, I think, and then plus 1 plus r squared sine squared theta equal to 1. What do you see here? I see two things happening.
Where
You can probably you can like use an identity.
You do have to use identity. What's your identity you're gonna use?
Wait.
Almost.
So I think it's really
Subtract 1 here first. Let's
Yeah.
get rid of 1. Gone. What else I can do?
then
factor out.
I think you move to add 2r cosine theta to both sides. Then you factor r squared on the left side. Then you do 1.
Yep.
So r squared equals.
So this 2 is gonna give you 1. So it's actually, if you factor out r squared cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta minus 2r cosine theta
Yep.
is equal to 0. So this is just r squared minus 2r cosine theta is equal to 0. You can take out r minus 2 cosine theta equal to 0. R equal to 0, this first one. This one's extraneous because that's just a single dot. It has no radius. R minus 2 cosine theta is the perfect thing to represent this. If you don't believe me, type in r cosine theta. So r equal to 2 cosine theta. Then therefore is a circle shift right 1 with the unit of 1. Just like what did we predict here. Now it's not r equal to 0. R equal to 0 is a small dot. It's actually, it's not even like, it's just a single point at a pole, at a origin. So it's not a representation of this. Good. Thank you. Matthew. Now Bryce want to join. So you're gonna have to pick. Or you don't want to pick. Okay.
Renner did do better. I don't know what.
Bryce got 90 though. Bryce
Oh,
did
that's
better
fair.
than me. Okay.
might
You think about it, let me know.
Rusted might be Rusted. That's all.
How was it Bryce that day?
What?
How was it Bryce on doing on Teams?
I think
I don't know what's the situation. You only know better.
I'll just let you know. Tomorrow maybe.
Yeah, you think about it.
Throw me a full.
Full roster.
That's Saturday, right?
Full price, full loop.
Okay, so that's from rectangular to polar is pretty straightforward, except the simplifying part is a little bit trickier. But yeah, but this is, you don't need to know in calculus, just kind of a prerequisite to get into a polar equation. that you're gonna be doing later when you're doing college. So you do need this part to get there. Okay, so now I'm gonna convert to a polar equation to rectangular. I'm gonna start with an easy one. So polar is gonna be r equal to 5. Well, r equal to 5. This is easy. What do you do? How do you convert to rectangular?
X squared plus y squared equals 25.
Yep. You square both sides. And then x squared plus y squared equal to 25, which is circle with the radius r. Fairly easy. B. How about theta is equal to pi over 3? This is also like x equal to 5, right? Y equal to 2.
Yeah.
That is still, it can using the output equal to a value, right? So it's no different. So theta equal to pi over 3. How do I do this one convert to in terms of so first of all, let's understand what's theta look like. Theta equal to pi over 3. What does that look like? What kind of equation would it look like in rectangular form? A line, a linear line.
Yeah.
Obviously, a linear line of, let's just say it's like this, right? It's this line, right? So we got a representation of that line. So how do I do that if I have just theta equal to pi over 3?
So I think we just solved for theta with the equations. So I get the arc cosine.
Think about which equation I'll be using.
It just we get my unit circle out.
No. You don't need a unit circle, man. If I can land a ping pong ball on Jared's hair, that'd be an interesting thing to do. Well, I can never do this. That'd be pretty cool. Do you think people can land a ping pong ball on your hair?
I'll do it right now. Do it right now. One time. Alright, you can see. One time. We don't even ask, we just go for it. Hold on, from this distance or should I go closer?
Ooh, that is not.
I don't think you can make it in that distance. And plus the momentum is gonna be like, it's not gonna. Well, unless you like do how like, you know how Stephen Curry, he throw a shot like all the way above the air and then like going straight down like that.
Hold on. No.
It doesn't land. Oh, that's actually yeah. Okay.
Y is equal to 0.577.
Well, here's the thing. Use the equation that we give it to you. Which equation we're going to be using? The one involving data. Tangent is good. Tangent is good. I'm glad you said tangent. Can I tangent both sides, right? That's equal to tangent of pi over 3, which is square root 3 y over x, right? Can I change this? And that becomes your linear equation. Yep. Is that okay? C. R equal to 3 cosecant of theta. What's the best way to convert this rectangular form? Remember, you gotta use one of those equations. That's a good choice. 3 over sine theta. Convert to the other side. R sine theta is equal to 3. Y equal to 3. That's Y equal to 3, right? The last one's the hardest one. R equal to, I think, is -6 cosine theta. So how do I convert this to a rectangular coordinates? What's the best choice here? It requires a little bit.
Wait, yeah. Okay. Multiply both sides by r.
That was a good job. How do you see that?
I see.
No. How do you see that? It has you.
Okay,
You
well,
have to have a reason
I
you
thought
do
about
that.
it. Was like make one of them like one of the equations.
Now, why didn't you just square both sides?
That doesn't get rid of any of the cosines. You just get more.
Ah, you hit 2 birds, 1 stone. Very good job. Very good job. So this one is gonna be r squared equal to -6 r cosine theta. And this is gonna be x squared plus y squared equal to -6x, right? And then actually I can even do better. Plus 6x plus y squared equal to 0. I can complete the square. So it'll be x plus 3 squared plus y squared is equal to 9. So yeah, that's pretty much the what I have to do in term of pre-calculus. I need cover, but I know Anthony doesn't have pre-calculus. I don't know Ollie teach this part. Did Ollie teach this part?
He did, but
Okay, I don't know how extensive is how extensive, but
I mean I remember.
okay.
Are we gonna go over like growth curves?
Yeah. We're gonna go over Rose curve, Caroy. I don't know how to say that word, Lemon, but probably gonna be Rose curve in general. It's probably better. Now we're gonna have to find area within the polar equation, so that is the fun part.
You have to convert that to rectangular to take the.
Nope, you don't. You do it in term of polar. Because the way you calculate, so like in terms of the area for the x and y, you calculate it from the most left bound x, and you add up all the lines to get the area, right? But in terms of polar, it's gonna rotate. So you're gonna be from what data to what data. You can stop at any data to calculate that area of that petal. No, it just bunch lines like this, and some lines are smaller than the other, some lines bigger than the other. So let's just say if you have, and the way you can tell is this. So this is the what we're probably gonna do later. Let's say if I have, let's say if I have 3 data like this, right? Now what you got to be careful is, what the symmetry of. So this is 0 to pi. If you pay attention, 0 to pi and 0 to 2 pi. See this 2 pi is give you exactly the same, right? Give you exactly the same. If what happened is, if it's 3 is odd, they retrace the same thing twice. So they actually go through the two rotations of, they actually go through like a retrace the same paddle twice. Now, if you do 4, I'm sure it's 4 is going to be 8 paddle. So even it's going to be even it's going to be double. It's going to be the same amount of paddle. You had to worry about an even or odd function. We're going to talk about that tomorrow more extensively. But yeah, so but if you just do pi here, it's only gonna give you like this, which is not a complete. and that'll be the area of rotation of there. And it's gonna calculate the 3 paddle and then 1 more paddle here.
How do you how does it trace pedals on the like below the y-axis if it only goes to 5?
Retrace.
No, like if you go that function, but from 0
I don't know if I can use slider. I think it's much easier to use slider. I don't think they can do slider.
Just put it into the bound.
I don't think that'll work.
like from 0 to
No, into the bound. So put theta. So 3 theta.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I hear to A. Ooh. Smarty.
That's cool.
Maybe from here to 0 to 2 pi.
Nice.
They retrace the same thing. You're not gonna be able to see it.
Go ahead, do like 4 like
Cosine 4 theta.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Oh, thanks, Anthony. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that's cool.
you do it from 0 to 5.
Sure.
Wow.
I didn't know you can do that. That's the first time I've seen this.
I guess for cosine it's across. It goes negative.
Oh, yeah, because you're multiplying it by 4. You break it.
Yeah, and it's gonna cross multiple times.
Yep. So that's it for today.
Do you have homework?
Yeah. It's very easy though. You just review.
2 for y, you get r sine theta equals sine theta. So r equals 1. You know what? When r equals 1.
Let me write down. I don't know what you're saying.
So you're trying to do like y.
Yeah, like. Yeah,
So-
represent sine and polar.
Y equal to sine theta.
So then you plug in r sine theta for y. So r sine theta equals sine theta. So r equals 1. Would be the graph?
I don't think so.
Yeah, just weird.
I never think about this type of question. Yeah, that's what you're here for.
I got you. You have the weird thing like
Yeah. How do you represent sine graph in terms of polar?
Yeah, exactly. That's how I was doing.
Let's look it up though.
Because
I don't know.
it shouldn't be, right?
No, because
So-
one is sine x, one is sine. You can't cross. They don't cancel out. You're looking for because you're sine x.
be sine of
Oh,
r
yeah.
cosine theta.
So you have to
Can you use the inverse?
Sine of
'Cause you
You
would
write
How to?
you would get r sine theta is equal to sine of r cosine theta.
here. Look.
You start with x.
Y equals.
Sine x, yeah.
Oh, it's
So they don't cancel out.
oh
So you have to figure x.
Weird. Weird. Wait. Okay. So okay. So it's going. Wait. Did you convert x
So that's one thing you have to do.
into r?
So now that makes it equal.
Wait.
They should be like. Maybe.
No, this is weird. R sine theta right equals sine of r cosine theta. Wait.
Yeah.
Yo, this is crazy, man. So let me write this out. So r would equal sine of. I mean,
That's a lie.
oh, but how could you?
Wait, I mean,
Did you solve for r completely?
Wait,
R
actually, you might be right.
Try that. Set of R cosine.
Oh, yeah, no.
With R in it, so that like the best.
I mean, I think it was a word in Desmos, but like,
if you're actually trying to do that,
yeah. 'Cause Desmos could-
then we're set.
It's possible, but it's weird.
Okay, just the error. Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
Then you would have to be R.
Interesting. Yeah, I wonder how you.
Obviously, there's a
Thanks for another great Titan day. Students, you are now dismissed.
I don't know if this will work.
Yeah. Could you?
Somebody asked me a question.
Might be, it's technically not a function in terms of the cost.
I just looked it up.
Yep.
But apparently they can, but I didn't type it in yet. But maybe using
Because I feel like you can't completely isolate.
Yeah, you probably some new stuff too.
Because like in terms of polar coordinates, it's not a function.
so obviously there's, according to what other people say, there is another type of function. It's called cardinal sign functions. It's denoted as a sign C.
Yo.
I just crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff.
Okay.
So if you do it in terms of what?
I don't know who's on the stream, but you're asking property of definite integral. Can you
So we're circling. It's circling.
Yeah, kind of. It doesn't have.
can you tell me who are you?
Like there can only be one out.
I don't know. Should I sign in for the chat?
Yeah, interesting. Someone's talking?
Somebody's asking something.
Yes, sir.
Let me see if I can answer her.
Wait. Some random person's like.
Wouldn't it make more sense if beta was the first? So in coordinates, it's R and then beta. It make more sense to other like beta. I feel like beta would be the independent.
I don't know.
Let's see who this is. Oh, the person just says it. We got a mystery person in there.
I have a laptop. They don't. I got my own HP laptop. Thanks. I
Yeah. That's cool.
Hey Daniel, how's it going around?
No.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, I saw it when we got. Been there for 2 weeks. Oh, it was 2 weeks? You went to Madrid? Yeah, I went to Madrid. No, yeah. Bro, that's my goal actually. I want to go to Spain. Now I get fun all night.
Wait,
Yeah.
Sir, can you please teach the property of definite integral? Yes, please teach property of definite integral. He already has
Who are those people? Who's Shirodi Naram?
I don't remember. Let me get some of that. I'm not there yet, bro.
I don't know who are those people. Shruti Narang. What's Shruti Narang? Which school are you from?
Me?
No, I'm talking people on the chat.
Oh, no.
Who are the people in the chat?
I don't know my wrestling. That's
Oh, shit. Where's Shelley? You're leaving? That could be Okay, no, that's right.
And then yeah.
Me too.
Huh. That's interesting. Monk Math Academy. Notice that. But I have other videos.